Hello folks, meteorologist Jamie Cagle here with a look at the forecast, and well, we're all kind of recovering right now from springing ahead, daylight saving time in effect. So I thought we'd start out with this. We could take a look at what we have coming up. Today, our sunset, 7:11 p.m. As you get to the spring equinox, March 20th, you're looking at about 7:25. We'll have 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night, but looking ahead to the summer, you get to the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, June 21st, that sunset at 9:03. And by that time, we'll have added 3.5 hours of daylight. So those sunrises are getting earlier, the sunset's getting later, and that is going to be a fantastic time of the year, is it not? So how many more days until we have more day than night? So we're going to get past the spring equinox right there. We're about 11 days. Towards the end of the month, that's when the sunrises will start to get earlier than the 7 o'clock hour. And by about April 8th, that's when our sunrise will be back to what it was just before we sprung ahead. That's about 6:40 in the morning. And sunsets after 8 p.m. Got to wait till about the middle of April, just a little more than a month away, 39 days away. All right, take a look at the next couple of days coming up. We have temperatures kind of rebounding or bouncing down, I should say, and temperatures will bounce around the 40s. We'll have a lot of mid 40s through about Friday. A little dip in the temperatures there on Wednesday. We do have some showers, rain and snow coming our way as well. And then you look ahead to Saturday, and that's really when the bottom starts to drop out. In fact, we'll have temperatures going a bit below average. Here's your 6 to 10 day outlook. You see the heat building up in the desert southwest. Meanwhile, trough in the upper level winds, bringing that cold air back into the Great Lakes region. And that's going to set us up for a round of snow. You can see that, yes, we're looking pretty good to have temperatures back into the 20s, at least for a short time there. So the 50s and 60s we had today, that was very nice, but we are now behind our latest cold front. A lot of the mid and upper level winds driving the cloud cover from west to east. It's also the winds helping to generate enough lift to get a snow shower going. You can see right there along I-94 in parts of North Dakota. Later on today, we'll see that snow kind of expanding from west central Minnesota into the Arrowhead. And this is the cool down that we have with the cold front. Take a look at this though. The 24-hour temperature change early afternoon. Our temperatures really haven't moved much along the Minnesota River right there between Mankato and the Twin Cities, still into the lower portion of the 50s. It was still warming to the east. In fact, last night we hit 60 degrees between about 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. But now we have this dramatic change in the temperatures. Temperatures are going to be cooling. We just saw that 5-day outlook with a lot of 40s showing up on the map. But for today, we should hit about the mid 50s, 20s and 30s, and cloud cover with some light snow across northern Minnesota. But we will still see a few low 60s on the map today, but it is going to be changing. Here's a look at your microcasting again. Those mid and upper level winds driving the clouds, and even some snow showers across northern Minnesota. Get to about 8 o'clock and coming out of west central Minnesota, extending towards the Arrowhead region. These will be light snow showers. Accumulations looks like it might be upwards of an inch, maybe 2 inches in a few spots, and you might even see a little bit of that snowflake flying around the Twin Cities tomorrow morning. But as we take it from the morning hours into the afternoon, again, still a little bit of a light shower, and you may even see a few raindrops. But as you get into the later part of the day, this is when we're setting up for the better chance for there to be some evening rain and snow across west central Minnesota, extending into the Twin Cities, western Wisconsin. And this area low pressure, this is coming out of the desert southwest, and as it makes its way into the Great Lakes region, it really begins to strengthen, and that's going to keep that snow spilling in from the northeast late Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. But by about 6 o'clock, it is looking like the snow will be coming to an end. So much of that rain snow is going to be for the evening hours right there. And again, the accumulation doesn't look like it's going to be a whole lot, but when you go from rain to snow, you may have that ice sitting beneath the snow. So that Wednesday morning, you may find you're going to have to be scraping the windshield and probably going to find a few slick spots out there. We have another round of rain snow coming at us as we get to Thursday, and then the bigger event is shaping up for Saturday night into Sunday, and that's when we have a lot of that cold air in place already. So your 7-day forecast again, as we talked about Tuesday, in the morning hours, a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow is quite possible around the Twin Cities, a better chance north of the metro. But as you go into the middle of your afternoon, evening hours, that's when the rain snow chances really start to pick up for the Twin Cities and the southern half of the region. clearing out rather easily and early on Wednesday. But again, do be careful of slick spots around the area. As we get to Thursday, we're going to be watching for another round of rain and snow. Looks like a better chance for snowfall across the northern half of our region. It looks as though it may kind of lack some moisture, the system, on Thursday, and that may keep totals down for the southern half of Minnesota into western Wisconsin. We'll get breezy and we'll stay mild, relatively speaking, a high of 45 there on Friday. But as you get into the evening hours of Saturday, we're going to be watching a stronger system coming out of the Dakotas and the northern Rockies. That's going to be making its way towards us as we get into Saturday. Looks as though maybe late Saturday, and then as we get into Sunday, this is when that storm track is really going to be an important factor here, because that storm track, if it makes any sort of shift, obviously it's going to pull that snowfall north or south. So that's something we're going to be watching very closely. Still a number of days, still a lot can change in the forecast there. So in the meantime, again, a couple of shots of rain and snow coming at us. Definitely going to be watching what's coming at us next weekend.